Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to use some pre-made code snippets that will edit your JSON file, and this works for PlayStation, PC or Xbox, to give you a rather nice, I think, misty, spooky effect at Devil's Castle in Chernarus. But what we're going to do as well, I'll show you where the code snippets are and how to insert them into your JSON file. But we'll also discuss some of the concepts involved so that you can alter them and do some cool things yourself. So if we just go over a little bit closer to Devil's Castle, you can see that what we've done is that we've changed the toxic gas zone to be kind of white instead, using the spooky mist from the Halloween event, and we've taken away the tint, and we've taken away the nasty gas effect as well. And I think it's quite cool, actually. It's quite cool because when you're in the area, you can't really see the surrounding countryside. But if you go to the top of the keep, you can look down on the gas around the area. So yeah, it looks very good. I'd imagine it looked very good at night as well. First though, credit where credit's due. Most of these JSON edits that I've done, I've been helped incredibly by a video that the amazing Don Sibley did, where he spends a couple of hours going through the new CFG effect area.json file for Xbox, PlayStation and PC, and shows you how to edit it and importantly how to understand it. So please watch his video. There'll be a link in the description below this one. Also, the mighty Balshad as well. Highly recommend you join Balshad's Discord. Whole host of modding tools for Xbox, PlayStation and PC in his Discord. Very, very good stuff. Very, very exciting. Explains things very, very well. Also, you should definitely check out the Bohemia interactive page about contaminated areas and how you can edit them. And also, you want to be aware of the JSON formatter and validator page, because it's very important that when you do these changes that you validate your JSON to make sure you haven't made any mistakes in copy and pasting or doing editing, because obviously if you do, it doesn't work. But what you'll probably be interested in is the GitHub repository that I have that includes these. So if you go over to github.com/scalespeeder, I'll put a link to this in the description below the video as well. You're looking for the DayZ Chernarus spooky misty Devil's Castle JSON mod snippet. It's easy for me to say. And then when you click on that, you'll see there is a README that just says, look, be careful when you use these. If you use them, they could damage your server. You could end up. And the one you're interested in is the Misty Devil's Castle.txt. So what you want to do is you want to download that, or you just want to copy the text out of it. Actually, you can just copy the text out. It's relatively easy. So you can just copy all that out. Or if you click on the green box, the code box, you can download the zip and extract it. And you want to open the files in your favorite text editor. I'm using Notepad++ here, so you can see these are the files. And what we're doing here is we're actually spawning in three toxic zones at the castle. So if we zoom in and have a look, let's go over to the castle. This is Devil Castle. So for 3 mist zones, so we spawn one in the north, one in the southeast, one in the southwest, and one around the gatehouse there. That's how we're doing it. And then we're turning off the nasty things that happen, and we're turning off the tint as well. So it's a very simple concept. So what you can do is you can look at these files and you'll be able to change them to put maybe mist around all of the castles on DayZ or other areas that you want to do. So we've downloaded the file. So what you want to do next is you want to download the file that you want to edit. So if you're on console, I'll show you how to do that. So if you go over to Nitrado, and then you want to go to the web interface for your particular server, and then you'll want to go to the file browser for that server, and then you'll want to go into the missions folder. On PC, you've got to dig down a little bit further to get to the missions folder, but it will say something missions. And then Chernarus is the Chernarus map, Enoch is the Livonia map. You'll want to go into that main directory, and then we're looking for, let's see if we can find it. There it is, CFG effect area.json. That's the new file that we now have access to. And you want to download that file to your local computer, and you'll want to open it up in your favorite text editor. So they're kind of next to each other. And then what you want to do is you'll want to copy and paste all of this. So copy all of these right down to that last comma. You want to copy that, and then you want to go to your CFG area effect.json, and you see this little square bracket right at the top. You just want to put a carriage return, put an enter, put there, so you get a new line, and then you just want to paste that in. Then just go back up to the top and just check that it all lines up. So you've got the little squiggly bracket there, and you want to scroll down and make sure that after the last squiggly bracket you've got that comma, and then you'll want to save that, and then you'll want to go back to your server, and you'll want to click on upload file, and you'll want to upload, first thing you'll want to do is go to the JSON formatter and validator, copy, drag your file over there, just put it in just to check that it formats and you haven't got any errors. They normally happen when you copy and paste something to one place. And then when you're happy with that, that's when you want to go to your server and upload the file. And then if you just simply restart your server, the JSON file will then put that mist in the correct place. So really easy to do. Just visit the GitHub repository, and then you can copy and paste it. Let's have a quick look at some of the concepts involved. So as I said, with Devil's Castle, what I've done here is we've got 4 contaminated areas spawning in, and what we've done is we've changed the trigger type to effect trigger. So when you do that, thank you for Don and Balshad for explaining this. That will spawn in the effect, if you like, the mist. But it won't spawn in the poisoning and the cutting that happens. Then we've got the position. So if you wanted to copy and paste these somewhere else, you can. Just make sure that when you go into iSurvive, you can go into iSurvive and you can type Control C to copy the coordinates. When you do that, when you paste them into the new position, just make sure you don't use any decimals, so only use whole numbers, and make sure you change the area name to something else. Don't duplicate area names. And within your area name, make sure there's no spaces. Just use like dashes, like devilscastle.north. And then the bit that changes the yellow toxic gas to the white misty look is spooky_mist. And then what we've done is under where it says player data, we've got rid of the file names next to graphics particles, and we've deleted where it says PPR request type. We've deleted and just left the 2 inverted commas, the 2 quotation marks. What that means is that when your player walks into this mist, they don't have that yellow tint that occurs, so it's just a mist that's surrounding them. As you can see there's the 4 different types of area names that have all got different names. So all you would need to do is, if you wanted to do a similar thing some of the other castles in DayZ, just find the coordinates of them and then plonk a few of these areas on top of them. I wouldn't, to be honest, don't mess around too much with the other stuff. They do tell you within the DayZ Bohemia Interactive configuration zones instructions, which is very, very informative. They say, look, be careful with the number of particle spawners that you use, because in theory you could make the mist a bit thicker if you wanted to, or use different things, but be careful you don't put too many in, because it puts quite a lot of strain on the server. You can manage to have all that mist hanging around, but I think you'll agree that it looks pretty cool, I think. And I mean, I probably wouldn't overuse it, and there's always the argument that you should, if you make something interesting like this, with this interesting mist, you should perhaps put something more interesting inside as well. So spawn some goodies in here as well, or maybe spawn some goodies and also spawn more baddie zombies as well. So it's a little bit more of a dangerous place to visit. But there we go. Nip on over to my GitHub repository. The link's in the description down below. Download the snippet, install it into your JSON file, restart your server, and you'll have a spooky, misty, foggy Devil's Castle. There we go. Well, hopefully you found that video useful. If you have, hit the like button. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will, of course, see you again soon.